Come to me, my children. Follow the sound of my voice to receive thy blessings. Unburden yourself.
Ow! 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 Ow!
And welcome to the Church of Last Resort with the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. The Church of Last Resort, where your prayers are heard, your sins forgiven, and no matter what you believe, you won't believe this shit. And now, the Irreverent Reverend, the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Yes, indeed. And this includes our new members who may be enjoying us for the very first time, wherever you may be and wherever you want to be, because you may not be where you want to be, yet there you are. Good morning. I am the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, and this is my office, where it is Sunday, February 1st, and 70 degrees. And no humidity. But on the other side of this wall, it is 14 degrees with 3% humidity, no wind. And there's a good chance that while those protesters in Minneapolis gathered together to protest the snuff filmmaker in chief, you know what I'm talking about. They are staying together for the body heat. Yes, indeed. Oh, Lord have mercy. You can't deny that. No. Well, you can deny it because I said it's only a good chance, But welcome. Welcome to the Church of Last Resort. Like I said, I am the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, PhD, DDS, ADHD, MCM, LIX. People have also called me the racy reverend, the pervert pastor, the vile vulgar vicar of vice, the sexy shepherd, the missionary man, the minister of mischief, the wicked witness, the dirty deacon of doggy style, the frisky friar, the ass man abbot, the colored cleric, the booty banging brother, the handsy high priest, the shameless shaman, Father Fistmas, the wicked I like to watch witness, yes indeed, the holy hoe, the divine dominating dominee, the depraved preacher, the tickle me theologian, the minister of making love, the clergy of cunning conversation while eating pussy, and that nasty N-word. Yes indeed. The point is that I come by many names and by many methods, but I do not come easy. No, I do not. So brothers and sisters, let us begin as we always begin. Let us begin. In the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor. Can I get a fuck? Yeah! That's right. And that won't be the last fuck yeah we need today. No, sir. No, indeed. It's a good feeling to just wake up and say, dear Lord, fuck yeah. It's a good feeling to just get out there and say, good morning, children. Fuck yeah. If you're a parent and you got to wake up your kids, you go, wake up. Fuck yeah. All right. And if somebody wakes you up and go, mommy, daddy, I need breakfast. You go, fuck yeah. That's right. It feels good to say, fuck yeah. Although I'm told they don't like it when you yell fuck yeah in the first 7 minutes of a show. All right. Now, brothers and sisters, it is time for our opening prayers. Yes, indeed. Sponsored by Tantally. If you need an opening, Tantally has your opening needs. If you or someone you know is in need of a prayer by the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, please send your requests for a prayer, or healing, forgiveness, or any such request, any such bullshit whatsoever, to me at drreverendjellyroll@gmail.com. And please, brothers and sisters, please remember to put an E at the end of roll, okay? Just like it's rolling across the bottom there. See how it's rolling across the bottom? That's how you spell it. Just like it's rolling across the bottom. That's right. Rolling across. I like to say rolling. That's what I do. It doesn't matter what doesn't matter what I'm rolling. I could be rolling a joint. I'm just rolling. That's right. I could be rolling a Tootsie and be like rolling. That's right. Rolling a cinnamon. And I'm like rolling a cinnamon. Doesn't matter. I just like to say rolling. That's right. But the point is, you don't want someone else other than me getting a hold of your blessings or your request or anything like that, because guess what? They don't give a shit. That's right. I said it. They don't give a shit. I'll say it again. They don't give a shit. Not like me. I give a shit. It's the metformin I'm taking. I give a shit 3 times a day. I can't walk away too far from a toilet because that metformin just does it to my stomach. But the point is, I care. They do not. So now, time for our disclaimer. While all prayers are heard, and they are heard, every last one of them, they're all heard. Not all prayers are answered when we want them to be. Some loopholes and restrictions may apply. Yes, indeed. Now, brothers and sisters, please bow your head. Bow your head. Unless you're driving your car with your significant other. And if that is the case, just close your eyes. Close. There you go. And let Jesus do the driving while we pray. But do not let go of the wheel. That's right. Do not let go of the wheel until you know Jesus has control. That's right. And I mean full control. That's right. Not just the steering, and not just the gas, but the brakes as well. That's right. I said the brakes as well. That's right. Lord have mercy. Yes, indeed. That's right. Good morning, Kickbots. All right, Kickbots, you're late. Kickbots are 3 minutes late. God bless you. No, you're 7 minutes late. Kickbots are way behind schedule. Kickbots are just kicking in. Or wake up, Kickbots. Bless you. Thank you, Kickbots. Yes, indeed. And bless your sister Ann. Yes, indeed. Bless your sister Ann. And yes, you can get a fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. All right. Yes, indeed. Dear Lord, please bless Brother Sly Dunbar. That's right. Brother Sly Dunbar, the reggae legend who played with everyone from Bob Marley to the Rolling Stones, has died. That's right. I said he played with everybody from Bob Marley to the Rolling Stones. He has died. That's right. Sly Dunbar was found unresponsive by his wife in his home. His cause of death is undisclosed. That's one. Yes, indeed. That's right. Sly had been seeking treatment both locally and abroad, but without success. That is why we must find a cure for undisclosed. We cannot send people abroad when they need a cure. They are sick. What's abroad going to do for them? Except maybe make them a little happy temporarily. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm talking about. We cannot keep sending people abroad when they need a cure. No, indeed. Sly was one of the genre's most revered drummers. He played on tracks such as Dave and Ansel Collins classic Double Barrel. That's right. That's mostly instrumental with the lead singer doing this once in a while. Hey there. I said, that's right. He was like the James Brown of English reggae, British reggae. That's right. And You got to check them out. I said, what? Now, the beat is dope. I never heard the song before, but I had to check it out. That's right. And he also played on tracks with Bob Marley, like Punky Reggae Party. That's right. Ain't no born old farts around here. That's right. Ain't no born old farts around here. Ain't no born old farts around here. That's right. Because it's a punky reggae party. That's right. Now, be that as it may, he was better known as half of the production team Sly and Robbie, who produced groundbreaking hits for everyone from Peter Tosh and Black Uhuru to non-reggae acts, like I said, Mick Jagger, Just Another Night, 1985. That's right. Bob Dylan, Joker Man, 1984. That's right. Grace Jones, Warm Leatherette, 1980. And Ian Dury and the Blockheads, right? Girls Watch It, 1981. Actually, he may have done it without the Blockheads. I don't remember. But they say better known. How many of you knew that at all? More like never knew, right? Be honest, be honest. Before I told you that Sly was affiliated with Mick Jagger and produced Just Another Night, you didn't know that. Some of you don't even remember Just Another Night. That's right. Rest in peace, Sly. How can you be unresponsive with a groove like that? That's what I'm talking about. Can I get a punky reggae party in the sky? Let's see what I said, that punky reggae party in the sky. I didn't say sky, I said sky. That's right. That's right. Damn, I'm clever. I'm so fucking clever. My mama go, you're too clever. That's right. So clever, make you want to slap your mama. Rest in peace, Sister Shirley Raines. That's right. Shirley Raines, a social media creator and nonprofit founder who dedicated her life to caring for people experiencing homelessness, has died. Shirley Raines was 58. She was found unresponsive in her home by police during a wellness check. Her cause of death, undisclosed. That's 2. Raines was known as Miss Shirley to her more than 5 million TikTok followers. Good God, 5 million? Can I get, now that she doesn't need them anymore, can I get like maybe 2 or 3 of those million to come over to my side and follow me? Because she doesn't need them anymore. I'm just saying, that's a selfish plug. But if I'm in the will, send me 2/5 of that. All right, I'll be looking for them later. So, yeah, she was known as Miss Shirley to her more than 5 million TikTok followers and to the people who regularly end up for the food. I tell you what, don't even send me 2 million. Send me the more than. Okay, just send me the more than part. You could have the other 5 million. She probably, her family and friends and kids, whatever, they could have the 5 million. Just give me the more than, and I'll be happy with that. Thank you. Okay, now and to the people, she was known as Miss Shirley, to people who regularly lined up for the food, beauty treatments, and hygiene supplies she brought to Los Angeles, Skid Row, and other homeless communities in California, and Nevada. Just because you're homeless doesn't mean you have to be homely. That's what I'm talking about. You do not have to be homeless and look homely. No more. Quote, through her tireless advocacy, deep compassion, and unwavering commitment, she used her powerful media platform to amplify the voices of those in need and to bring dignity, resources, and hope to some of the most undeserved populations, close quote. That was a word from her organization. That's right. The underserved is not undeserving. That's right. Underserved does not mean undeserving. That's right. Again, underserved. That's right. Underserved does not mean undeserving. That's right. Rest in peace, Miss Shirley. You were doing the Lord's work. If the Lord worked for Vidal Sassoon or Maybelline, that's right. Can I get a Skid Row makeover? That's right. Coming to TLC or one of those other channels, HGTV. Coming to HGTV, Skid Row makeover. Dear Lord. This is a sad one. A sad one. Dear Lord, please bless Sister Catherine O'Hara. That's right. Catherine O'Hara, beloved for her roles in Schitt's Creek. And I can say that without the having to show the title, okay? The network television and stuff like that, they can't say Schitt's Creek. They got to go Schitt's Creek. You know, they have to do some kind of disclaimer because they can't say it. I can say it because I'm a grown-up. Like I said, her roles in Schitt's Creek, Home Alone, Best in Show, and countless other comedies has died. She was 71. Reports indicate that she experienced difficulty breathing at her home in Brentwood, Los Angeles early that morning and was transported to a nearby hospital in serious condition, where she passed away a few hours later. Her family confirmed she died following a brief illness. Now, the most common brief illnesses are fruit of the loom pneumonia and Tommy jaundice, although the official cause of death remains undisclosed. That's 3. We got to do something. We got to do something, people. That's 3 for 3. We got to find a cure for undisclosed. If 3 out of 3 celebrities just died of I don't know, hangnail, we'd be out there looking for cures for hangnails. But they didn't. They died from undisclosed. Prior to her death, O'Hara had openly discussed a rare congenital medical condition known as dextrocardia with situs inversus, where the heart and other internal organs are mirrored from their typical positions in the body. To paraphrase her doctor, her heart was in the right place, but was on the wrong side. That's right. That her Dr. John. Although individuals with this condition live normal lives, it can occasionally lead to complications, especially related to the heart. Because love is complicated enough without your heart being in the wrong place. Besides Captain O'Hara roles in Schitt's Creek, Home Alone, and Best in Show, she was in A Mighty Wind, Beetlejuice, The Nightmare Before Christmas, where she voiced Sally, The Studio in 2025, and The Last of Us in 2025. And that was the last of her, not us. I'm not ready. Now, a source claims that the Schitt's Creek star appeared to be in good shape during her brief appearance at an event on January 13th for Supermodels Unlimited magazine, held at Lisa Vanderpump's Sir Restaurant in West Hollywood, California. Now, quote, as quickly as she was seen, she left, but she looked healthy for a 71-year-old, close quote. I'm going to just say to you, when people have to qualify a statement that they've said about you, the first part of that statement may not be true, okay? If someone says to you, you're looking good for a 40-year-old, then you're not looking good. If they have to qualify it, that stops me from lying to your face. See, that's what qualifying statements do. It stops people from lying to your face. Rest in peace, Catherine. You were truly a good person for someone whose heart was in the wrong place. Can I get a kiss at the end of the rainbow? Dear Lord, please bless Brother Grady DeMond Wilson. Grady DeMond Wilson, best known for playing Lamont in the hit sitcom Sanford & Son, has died. He was 79. His cause of death was complications from cancer. That's right. Finally, someone who did not die from undisclosed. Grady, who went by DeMond Wilson professionally, starred on Sanford & Son between 1972 and 1977, and then went on to play Raymond Ellis on the one season of Baby, I'm Back. Then he landed a starring role in the new Odd Couple as well, which lasted for one season in the early 80s. See a pattern? He ran a salvage yard, but couldn't salvage a TV series after that. That's right. He should have stayed with the junk, which you don't hear many people say that. A lot of people try to get off the junk. I'm telling him he should have stayed with it. Wilson took his acting prowess to the big screen as well, notably starring in the film Me and the Kid in 1983. Starring as a stretch. He was like 14th, listed 14th in the cast. And once you're below 1 or 2, you're not starring. Since he was the first black guy listed, I guess he got to be the top billed black guy, but he wasn't starring. Okay, he was just a number 1 black guy. So I guess that's a DEI starring. Yeah, that's it. He last appeared in the drama Eleanor's Beach in 2023 after a nearly 20-year acting hiatus. DeMond played a juvenile court judge. DeMond was a veteran of Vietnam, as well as an ordained minister. So, rest in peace, DeMond. From one ordained minister to another, can I get a fuck yeah? Yes, indeed. Yes, and yeah, we're talking Lamont. He passed away. And finally, Lord, please bless the entire behind-the-scenes staff at Mind Dog TV. I know they're tired. I know they're cold. I know they've been suffering. I know they got plowed in. Yes, indeed. And I know they got to keep the oil burning. I know they got to keep the fires burning. I know they got to keep the chickens fed. I know they got to keep the cats warm. I know they got to keep the wife happy. I know they got to keep the in-laws happy. I know they got to keep the homeless people from staying with them. I know they got to keep the whatever else they got to keep. Oh, they got to keep awake. Yes, indeed. They're trying, but they're truly doing your work, Lord, helping to spread your word throughout the wordosphere. They could be anywhere today. Anywhere. They could be in bed, under a blanket, underdosed. They could be anywhere today. But they're here, wishing they were anywhere today. And that ought to count for something, Lord. Yes, indeed. MindDogTV.com, the place to go to get your Church of Last Resort gear and all of your coffee with the dog gear and your Mind Dog TV gear. That's right. Go there to get it. Yes, indeed. So now let us, and not the leafy thing. No, not the leafy thing. I'm saying, let us have a little bump for the Lord. Yes, indeed. Here we go. It's time for Bump for the Lord, brought to you by Bump in a Bottle, straight from our vineyards to your innards. Wine, just like Jesus used to make. Yes, indeed. We're talking the good stuff. We're talking not just grapes. Oh, no. We're talking divine grapes. That's right. We're talking touched by the finger of the Lord. That's right. He did this. And we did this. And he did this. That's right. Nothing with your gong up like a bump from the Lord. That's right. The official wine of the Church of Last Resort. Yes, indeed. As a matter of fact, go to minddogtv.com/merch and order your bottle of Bump in a Bottle. That's right. Go there today while supplies last, because if you wait too long, you may not find it. So go there now. And if you go there and you don't see it, but you're ready to spend that money on the wine, buy a cup, buy a glass, buy a shirt, grab an ass. That's our new motto. So, brothers and sisters, in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor, can I get a fuck yeah, y'all? Fuck yeah! Yeah, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, brothers and sisters, in the middle of all of that, well, before we go on to our sermon, our segment, Looking for God in All the Wrong Places, I've got a message for you from Sister Curly Hair So Bright. She's going to tell you how you can be on Coffee with the Dog. That's right.
Comedians, musicians, songwriters, filmmakers, authors, and podcasters. Coffee with the Dog is booking for the
winter and spring
now. Get free publicity and hone your interview skill in a fun and safe setting. Coffee with the Dog is a live radio, live stream podcast based in New York that airs daily Monday to Friday 9 a.m. to 11 o'clock in syndication on iHeartRadio, as well as video streaming platforms like YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and many other platforms. Guests usually come on remotely via StreamYard, like Zoom but easier, although occasionally we do in-studio interviews. The morning show focuses mainly on comedians and musicians, and they have interviewed many top names and classic celebrities such as Robert Klein, Mike Binder, Eddie Brill, Doug Stanhope, Steve Byrne, Paul Provenza, Jeff Altman, and many, many others. For booking, go to minddogtv.com/booking.
Thank you, Sister Curly Hair So Bright. That's right. She's the consummate. She's the professional. Yes, she is. She's been doing this a long time. Never let us down. Always here. She's the first to show up and the last to leave. That's right. Dedicated sister. She's dedicated to the Church of Last Resort. Dedicated. Bless you, sister. Bless you. And gentlemen, she's single. That's right. Oh, and ladies, she's single for you too. That's right.
Praise the Lord.
That's right. She believes in free love, so she'll be there for you. That's right. Brothers and sisters, today's sermon is about Good Shepherd. That's right. The Good Shepherd, as sung by Jefferson Airplane in 1969, not the version covered by Kyle Knapp. That's right. And that's not Knapp as in N-A-P-P or N-A-P. It's K-N-A-P-P. All right. Knapp. So it's not that version. It's the Jefferson Airplane version. Now, Good Shepherd is a powerful and evocative song by, as I said, the iconic rock band Jefferson Airplane. They released it in 1969 as part of their famous album Volunteers. This track touches upon profound themes of spirituality and self-discovery. The band was known for pushing musical boundaries and addressing social issues, crafts a captivating and thought-provoking narrative through their mesmerizing lyrics. That's right. Now, The Good Shepherd originally was the original version of the Good Shepherd was early 19th century, was from an early 19th century hymn. Okay, the early version was a 19th century hymn. Okay, and that hymn was called Let Thy Kingdom, Blessed Savior. Okay, that was the original hymn. Now I'm going to recite the first few lines of that hymn because then you may see some parallels between that and what Jefferson Airplane did with it. So the original hymn went, let thy neighbor, blessed Savior. I'm sorry. I fucked up. Let thy kingdom, blessed Savior, come and bid our jarring cease. Come, O come, and reign forever, God of love and Prince of Peace. Some for Paul, some for Apollos, some for Cephas, none agree. Not held by force or numbers, come, good shepherd, feed thy sheep. Now, that last line is kind of important because it says, feed thy sheep. Okay, the good shepherd, in this case, the Jesus, he's calling the Jesus to feed Jesus's sheep. Feed thy sheep. Okay, I'm saying this because in the version that we're about to go over, the Jefferson Airplane version, Good Shepherd, there's, like I said, there's some differences in the wording. And so the definition a little bit changes. So let us begin with the Jefferson Airplane version. It begins, if you want to get to heaven over on the other shore, stay out of the way of the blood-stained bandit. O good shepherd, feed my sheep. There you see. O good shepherd, feed my sheep. Slightly different, not feed thy sheep. So let's break this down a little bit. We're going to break it down a little bit, just a little bit. If you want to go to heaven, that is your desire. If you want to go to heaven, over on the other shore. Now, the other shore, see, that's a reference to crossing, let's say, the river Styx. See, quite often death or passing over is you're getting across, there's a river that separates life from death, okay? And on this side of the shore, we are material. But on the other side of the shore, we are ethereal, okay? So over here, let's do it so you can see. Over here, we're material. Over here, we're ethereal. Material, ethereal. Material, ethereal. That's right. So if you want to go from material to ethereal, stay out of the way of the bloody stained bandit. Now, who or what is the bloody stained bandit? Wow. We all know what a bandit is. Somebody who's robbed, they've committed a crime. Okay, they've committed a crime. Don't know what that crime is because they're a bandit. They didn't confess. They didn't tell you. But they're bloody stained, which means whatever the crime was, they probably killed somebody in the commission of that crime. There's a legal term for that, and I didn't think of it, and I didn't look it up, so I don't know what it is. It could be murder one. Well, at any rate, if you commit a murder in the commission of a crime, it's much worse than if you just committed a murder. So the blood-stained bandit is someone who not just committed a crime, but they took a life in the process and weren't smart enough to wipe off the evidence. So you see them coming, you know they're going to take you, they're going to kill you too. See? Now, but here's the tricky part. It says, if you want to get to heaven over on the other side, stay out of their way. But since we know he'll kill you, that is a way to get over there. So if you want to die, don't avoid him. Say, hey, bandit, I'm ready because I want to go to heaven. Now, that's one interpretation. The other interpretation, stay out of the way of, is like the way of, okay? Not the path of. See, the first interpretation I just gave you was the path of. Stay out of the path of. Avoid them. But what if the phrasing here is the way of, the manner of, the lifestyle of, the lifestyle of the bloodstained bandit. So if you want to go to heaven, stay out of the lifestyle of the bloodstained bandit. Takes on a totally different meaning now. See? Stay out of the pathway. Stay out of the lifestyle of the bloodstained bandit. That way, when it's time for you to cross over from material to ethereal, you'll go to heaven. See? That's a different way of reading that line now, isn't it? Because you're saying, stay out of the way. Like, avoid him. But if you avoid him, he can't kill you. And if he can't kill you, he ain't going to heaven. But if you stay out of that lifestyle, that's right. Yes, indeed. That's worth the dollar. That's worth the money you paid. That's worth the price of admission right there. Yes, indeed. Now, the next two lines, same verse. O good shepherd, feed my sheep. See, let's break this down. Let's get the splaining board if I can. I'm gonna grab the splaining board. Here we go. This splaining board. Can you see that? Yes, you can, because I can see it. And if I can see it, you can see it. Because unless you're looking at it in that 9:16 format, then you ain't seeing shit. Right? That's your fault. You should be watching where you can see the whole thing. Okay? So in the original hymn, okay, they say the good shepherd, let's call him the Jesus guy. Okay, the Jesus guy, the good shepherd, or GS, good shepherd, Jesus. See? That's what good shepherd is short for, Jesus. That's where the name comes from. You probably thought it was Hebrew for Yeshua. No. That's bullshit. That's not my theology. Okay, never mind. So the Jesus guy is the good shepherd in the first one. And he's saying feed his sheep, Jesus' sheep, thy sheep, okay? Thy, his, okay? Now, in the second version, the version with the Jefferson Airplane, okay, if Jesus is the good shepherd, okay, but the person, whoever this person is saying, feed my sheep, okay, who is this person? All right. One might think that if he has sheep, he is something of a ram, some kind of a leader. So maybe he's a reverend, like myself, okay? Maybe he's just a parent. And he's like, take care of my little ones. See, that's what we have to figure out. And maybe we'll figure it out by the end of the song. I don't know yet. Maybe there's more stuff to be learned. But that's something to keep in mind while we go. That's something to keep in mind while we go through this. Who's talking? Because he's not saying your sheep, Jesus. He's saying my sheep. I want you to take care of my sheep. I'll erase the rest of this later because I got stuff to talk about. And this is not coming off as quickly as I thought. No, indeed. There we go. Let's try using the other side of the eraser. Yes, indeed. There we go. That's right. So let's get to the I guess refrain between each verse. One for Paul, okay, which is in the original. Now Paul he's not the Jesus, okay. Paul he wasn't even an apostle. He was just a guy with good PR, okay. And so a lot of the books in the New Testament, are attributed to Paul and not to Jesus, okay. So a lot of people who do the Christianity thing are basing it on the teachings of Paul and the letters of Paul, not the teachings of Jesus. Just want to make that distinction right real quick. But he's saying one for Paul, one for Silas. Now Silas was Paul's apprentice. So now we're getting even further away from the teachings of Jesus. Okay? That's like 6 degrees of bacon. Well, actually, but they wouldn't do that because they were kosher. So it would be more like 6 degrees of beef or lamb. There you go, 6 degrees of lamb. So let's back this up. One for Paul, one for Silas, one for to make my heart rejoice. Okay, can't you hear my lambs are calling? You see this? My lambs, you hear my lambs are calling. O good shepherd, feed my sheep. Okay. There. I'm sorry, I apologize. I skipped something and I'm just trying to fix it in real time. Yes. O good shepherd, feed my sheep. Now, what we're going to try to wrap our heads around is what one. See, one for Paul, one for Silas, one for to make my heart rejoice. One what? Okay, what is the one? Okay, one what? One for Paul, one for Silas, one for to make my heart rejoice. I'm hoping we can have that figured out by the end of this sermon. But again, he's saying, "O good shepherd, O good Lord, feed my sheep." Okay, feed those who follow me. Feed those who I'm supposed to take care of. You wonder if they know how to take care of them at all. The second verse, if you want to get to heaven over on the other shore, stay out of the way of the long-tongued liar. O good shepherd, feed my sheep. Now, all those other lines are the same. We don't need to look at them again. But now if they're telling you to stay out of the path, if that's the interpretation we're going with, stay out of the lifestyle, or stay out of the lifestyle of the long-tongued liar. So let's talk about the long-tongued liar. Okay, aside from being very good at oral sex, apparently it refers to someone who is talkative or loquacious. And when I say loquacious, I don't mean the stripper down at the club. She'd be like going, oh, boom, 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 and she can't stop talking the whole time. It's like, hey, honey, what's that? Is that $1 bill there for me? You better put that $1 bill away and grab a 20. That's right. Look at this. I'm loquacious. That's right. Loquacious, earthquacious. I'll shake your world. That's right. Very. Not that loquacious. The talkative stripper. I'm talking about a loquacious person. Often to the point of being exclusively so. So she may stop dancing. That's right. It implies that the person tends to speak too much or too openly, especially about private or confidential matters, kind of like a gossip. See, and that just that act alone can lead to dishonesty or gossip. So avoid that lifestyle. Do not get involved with that if you want to go to heaven. Okay, do not be someone who who puts everybody's business out there, who starts gossip. Don't do that. That's right. Be the person who's, if you're a stripper, you just strip. You just dance. That's how you just boom, 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 boom. You don't do the talking. That's right. Good Lord. Bless you, Heavy Cab. That's right. Brother Heavy Cab. That's right. So the next line, of course, we're going to go back to the one for Paul, one for Silas, and we still haven't figured out what the one is yet. One for Paul, one for Silas. One for two, blah, blah, blah. Now, generally in Christianity, the one is the Most High. And if that is the case, we have to go back and plug that in a little bit later to see what we come up with. So, the third verse, if you want to get to heaven over on the other shore, stay out of the way of the gunshot devil. That's right. O good shepherd, feed my sheep. That's right. Now, I was researching the gunshot devil. Okay. And that one is more difficult because the most recent references actually refers to the gun devil, who is actually part of the Chainsaw Man series. And in the Chainsaw Man series, the gun devil embodies humanity's fear of firearms. Okay. It first appeared during a massive terrorist attack in America, causing widespread panic and fear of gun-related crimes. The gun devil is depicted as a terrifying being with immense power, capable of decimating cities and killing thousands in a short time. Of course, that is in the video game, okay, which was not around back when this was written in 1969. So I'm trying to go back further to find out what in the hell they're talking about by the gunshot devil. Okay, so let us go back and let us dig just a little bit deeper. Let's see if we can figure this out together. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out together. And by we and by together, I mean me with you watching me think out loud and try to figure this shit out, because I didn't figure it out then. I'm doing my homework in class, children. I'm doing my homework in class. So stay out of the lifestyle of the gunshot devil. So let's just say that the devil is the qualifier, okay? The gunshot devil, someone who, okay, uses the gunshot or abuses the gunshot, okay? So stay out of that lifestyle. Do not use the gun, okay? And if you're the gunshot devil, I'm assuming you're using it for ill. Like maybe that first bandit, the bloodied bandit in the first verse, okay? Maybe that blood-stained bandit of the first one, okay? But see, since we're not talking gunshot there, that could have been a knife. That could have been a machete, okay? It could have been long fingernails. We don't know how they killed him. We just know that that bandit is bloodstained. But in this verse, it's very particular, talking about gunshot. Now, of course, there are going to be people from NRA who go like, oh, man, what the fuck? You know, guns don't kill people. Ice kills people. I know that's what they're saying, okay? And they're probably right. So maybe in this case, the gunshot devil is ice, but ice wasn't around in 1969. So if you listen to it today, yes, it could be ice very easily. And I wouldn't argue with you, because if the song itself is timeless, it's going to take on new meaning every time you listen to it. It's going to meet you or greet you or hit you where you are. And right now, that is where we are. Okay, so the gunshot devil, whatever it was in 1969, did not have to stay that way in 2026. It's like a love song. You listen to a love song, and somebody wrote a love song in, let's say, 1970, okay? And let's say back then, the love song was about somebody named Brandy, who's a fine girl. Okay. Well, in 2026, you hear that same song and they sing Brandy, but you're thinking Melissa. Okay. Because, hey, why not? It's a new time, new era, new interpretation. So perhaps some of these interpretations need to be updated based on current models. The European model. In this case, it's the Amapian on your leg and telling you it's raining. So, I'm just checking my notes to see what else I got here, because I don't want to leave empty-handed. Okay, that's notes on Silas. Fuck Silas. Fuck Paul. Yeah, go on. Okay, that's all my notes there. So I'm going to go back to the one. I'm going to go back to this one verse when they're talking about the one for Silas, the one for Paul, the one for to make my heart rejoice. Okay, yes, because let me say the one. It's one for Paul, one for Silas, one for to make my heart rejoice. Now, that also sounds like, and I'm not going to I kid you not, like a card game, It's like you're dealing. It's like, here we go. One for Paul, one for Silas, one for to make my heart rejoice. One for Paul, one for Silas, one for to make my heart rejoice. Paul, one for Silas, two for to make my heart rejoice. I don't think that's what they're doing. It says, can't you hear my lambs calling? So it's probably, and it says, feed my shepherd. So I don't think they're talking about cards. What if they're talking about manna or food or something edible? Okay, so you got the fishes, and you got a bunch of fishes, like one for Paul, one for Silas, one for to make my heart rejoice. And why is his heart rejoicing? Because he's getting to feed his sheep. All right. So, and sheep don't eat fish. So what else would it be? I'm just killing time here because I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. One for Paul, one for Silas, one for to make my heart rejoice. One for Paul, one for Silas, two for to make my heart rejoice. And what makes his heart rejoice but feeding his sheep? Now, so there's a couple of things about the song that because of the way it's worded, they never come up with an answer. They give you 3 verses to figure it out, and we're going to need 5. We need 5 verses, okay? Or 1 testimony from the guy who wrote it in the Jefferson Airplane. So, and that's it. That's all I got for this song. And if you were expecting more and didn't get it, I don't apologize. Because that's all I got. I did all the digging I could do. Okay, I don't apologize. I mean, I do when I'm wrong, but I'm just not wrong. I'm just inept. I can't apologize for being inept.
Amen.
That was a little enthusiastic. Damn. I guess I'm not the only one who knows I'm inept.
Amen.
Fuck, that's quick on the trigger. I thought somebody was sleepy, but no, they're waking up to do that. Fuck yeah. All right, so. Fuck yeah! Yeah, sleepy my ass. All right. So, brothers and sisters, that is the conclusion. That's all I got for that. But I do got some things to plug. One of the things I want to plug, my good friend's friend, my good friend's friend, because my good friend is G.D. Fenderson, and his friend is John Palumbo. Okay, so it's almost like 6 degrees of bacon, which is cooking right now. Throw that on some eggs and let my wife eat it because I don't eat bacon. But the point is, my good friend's friend has a book coming out soon, and he said plug it everywhere and often. So I said I'll do that everywhere and often, and this is one of those everywheres. So we're going to play just a little 30-second blurb about the book. Well, not.
Swimming the Cleveland Ocean by John Palumbo, coming soon to audiobook, ebook, and paperback.
Yeah. Exactly. Get that book. That's right. Swimming the Cleveland Ocean, coming soon. And when it gets out there, if you buy the book, you're going to get to read the foreword by my good friend G.D. Fenderson. That's right. No,
That's garbage.
No, it's a foreword. Foreword. That's right. So, foreword by G.D. Fenderson. That's right. But don't get the book for that. Nobody buys a book for the foreword. Buy the book because it's good reading. And I got an advanced copy, and I got to read it. And it reads like a song. So if you know John Palumbo from Crack the Sky, did I say one of? Oh my God. The greatest band to ever grace rock and roll. Yeah. Then you'll love the book, because the same attention that he pays to lyrics and music he pays to this book, the same imagery, the same wonder is there. So check that out. And if you are so inclined, when the book is available, go to your local library and tell them to get that book. Okay? That's right. Yes. My good sister Ann is departing, not permanently, just for a day or so. And she says, have a blessed day. Yes, Sister Ann, you have a blessed day too. That's right. Now, those of you who are out there listening says, why am I talking to just a few people? That's because they're in the chat room. I know who they are. If you're not chatting with me, I don't know who you are. Okay? So, one more thing I want to plug, and let's hit that. It's that G.D. Fenderson is headlining on February 19th. Let's do a little thing for that too. Let's plug it. The Stables in Westminster, Maryland presents Funny Old Farts, featuring G.D. Fenderson.
You know you want it, you dirty little bird.
Walter Gottlieb.
Okay, who's got their hand on my ass?
David Yakeley.
Pigeons taste like chicken.
And Sandy Bernstein as the Beaver.
I deserve to be pampered.
Come and experience Funny Old Farts on February 19th at 7 p.m. at the Stables located at 452 East Main Street, Westminster, Maryland. Tickets are $15 and are available online at www.thestables@westminster.net and at the door. You must be 18 or over to get in, and adult diapers are not included. Funny Old Farts. We've seen some shit, and you can too, on February 19th at 7 p.m. at the Stables at 452 East Main Street, Westminster, Maryland. Doors open if you pull them. If you cannot make it to the Stables, you can stream it live on plausible.com/GD Fenderson for $5 per device.
That's right. So, brothers and sisters, thank you so much for hanging out with me this Sunday morning. You are most wonderful. You're most wonderful people, and you're deserving of all the blessings that you can grab on and hold on to. Please, if you're so mindful to do so, be kind and rewind. Sorry. Please subscribe to my fledgling YouTube channel, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, and also Facebook as well, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. Please subscribe. If you're listening for the first time and you have not done so, it means a lot to us. If you're so inclined, if you need a comedian in the Maryland, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Virginia, DC area for a private event, please reach out to GD Fenderson on gigseller.com/GD Fenderson. He can be had for a price. Now, brothers and sisters, on behalf of the Church of Last Resort and the entire Roll family, my wife Amona, my kids Cinnamon and Jelly Jr., our cat Tootsie, and our dog Stop Dropping, I wish you safe travels. And I hope you will join us next week at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, Eastern Orthodox Time, on Mind Dog TV, and everywhere that our word is heard. That's right. And brothers and sisters, the weather out there is frightful, okay? It's cold as fuck. So please stay warm, stay safe. And if you're about to get more of this storm that's coming up on the East Coast, have a backup plan, okay? Don't be out there alone shoveling snow if you don't have to, okay? If you need friends, what you do is on one side of the shovel, okay, you put the snow, but on the back side of that shovel, put a protest sign. So when you're walking down the street, other people will join you in that protest, and they will grab their shovels with their message on the back. And while you're all together protesting, stop and dig out a neighbor. Then pick up your shovel, protest some more, stop and dig out a neighbor. Okay? Kill two birds with one stone. That's a shovel. So, brothers and sisters, in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor, please, can I have a fuck yeah? Fuck yeah! That's right.